Once upon a time, in a quiet meadow surrounded by still waters and whispering reeds, lived a graceful white swan named Elara. She was admired by all the other creatures of the lake, not just for her beauty, but for her calm and gentle nature. Every morning she would glide across the water like a drifting cloud, her reflection perfect and unbroken. But few knew that Elara carried a pain no one could see. Many moons ago, while flying through a storm, Elara had landed awkwardly on a sharp thorn hidden in the reeds. The thorn pierced her wing, small but deep. At first, she tried to ignore it, believing it would heal on its own, but it didn't. The more she moved, the more it ached. Still, she kept flying, smiling, swimming, pretending nothing was wrong. Time will make it better, she told herself. But time passed, and the thorn remained. It didn't just wound her, it changed her. Elara became quieter, more distant. Her graceful glides grew shorter, her songs less sweet, and though she never said it out loud, she was afraid. Afraid that if she removed the thorn, the pain would be worse. Afraid of the scar it might leave. Afraid of what others might think if they saw she was hurt at all. Then, one day, a small turtle named Saul came to the lake. He was slow, wise, and carried the world on his back. When he saw Elara's fading feathers and tired eyes, he did not ask questions. He simply said, "You are not as free as you look." Elara was startled. "What do you mean?" Saul gently nodded toward her wing. "You are carrying something that is not meant to stay. The thorn is not part of you. It was never meant to live in your body or your heart." Elara looked away. "But I've had it for so long. I've learned to live with it. If I remove it now, the pain might be worse." The turtle replied, "Yes, it might hurt more for a moment, but healing always begins where truth is allowed to touch the wound." That night, Elara stood by the edge of the water. The moon reflected in the ripples as she slowly reached her beak to her wing, and with trembling courage, pulled out the thorn. A single tear fell into the lake. The pain was sharp, sharper than she expected, but brief. And in its place came something strange. Peace. The next morning, Elara flew higher than she had in seasons. The wind beneath her wings felt like a song she had forgotten how to sing. The scar on her wing remained, but it no longer hurt. In fact, it reminded her of her strength. And as she soared above the trees, she realized something beautiful. The thorn was never a punishment. It was a teacher, a lesson in pain, in patience, in finally letting go. From that day forward, Elara no longer hid her wound. She spoke gently to others about the thorn, about the ache, and about the freedom that only comes when you choose to stop holding on. And in her truth, others found their courage too. Some pain is part of our journey, but not part of who we are. True healing begins when we stop pretending we're not hurting and finally choose to let go of what no longer serves us.